All right, folks. Tony Doles here doing another rant. Look, what happened to Barack Obama's birthday bash there, huh? Oh, Barack bin Laden. What happened to his birthday bash? There's supposed to be 700 people there. All were going to be maskless, even though there's mask mandates in place. It's going to be a bunch of celebrities, a bunch of politicians, and they went ahead and decided to cancel it because there was going to be a lot of paparazzi there. And with all these mask mandates, well, us lowly servants of the Hollywood and political elites can't be seeing them not following the mandates that they're trying to force on us. So they canceled it. That's not my rant, though, folks. Here's my rant. All right. Barack Obama, who went into being the president with $27,000 in his account, came out with a little over 100 million. Amazing. You see, it's how you're only paid $400,000 to be the president of the United States. But it is what it is. I ain't hating on the man. He's successful. But let me say this right here. His district was Chicago, South Chicago. Okay. This is the murder capital of the United States. All right. Like 500 or 600 people died there from shootings last year. Right. There's been almost that this year, and this is only August. So it's going to reach it. Look, are you out there in society thinking that Barack Obama could not go to Chicago and call a meeting with these gang leaders or whatever and broker a peace deal? Are you saying he couldn't do that? He was the president of the United States. He's also black, which that's a heavily black area over there in South Chicago. So maybe they don't want peace. I mean, Lori Lightfoot could do it too. She could put in a request to him. Hey, man, come over here and talk to these folks. Man, let's shut this down. Let's get this going. Let's stop people from fucking dying on our streets. No, they don't want to do that. What they want to do is push some stupid shit called a mask mandate. And they want to also force a jab on you, which the news is out there, folks. The Johnson & Johnson jab now has a warning. It is causing autoimmune problems and nervous system problems, okay? You might not have heard about it because the media ain't wanting to fucking tell you that, okay? But if you look at the headlines of the New York Times and the Washington Post, both of them posted it, okay? They both posted about it, all right? But no one's wanting to worry about that. You know, they want to worry about Obama and his bash, you know? They want to worry about forcing people to their will. They want to worry about you not getting your rights because if you got the power to stand up to them, well, then they don't have no power. Not rocket science. It's a coup, folks. This is a government takeover. They're trying to push socialism. What is socialism? Well, it's when the government controls everything. Yeah. And if the government controls everything, then you have no power. They got all the power. They don't give a fuck what happens to you as long as they live in luxury. It's not rocket science, folks. I mean, is anybody really going to ask the hard questions of the president of the United States? Like Governor Cuomo just got hit with like 17 charges. The Attorney General of New York confirmed it. Said, absolutely, he did this. We have enough evidence to proceed. They're going to be charging this fucker. But guess what? He won't step down. Even that dumbass, forgetful Biden asked him to step down. He's not doing it. So they're going to have a legislature move to get him out of office. But he's a sexual pervert. And this is becoming a commonality amongst politicians in the Hollywood elite. You notice how Obama's wanting them to hang together with him and all that crap. Look, folks. Sexual perversion, human trafficking, child trafficking, mass drug addiction. Look what happened to Corey Haim, man. You know, he committed suicide over this shit. You know, look, we need to quit doing this. We need to quit covering our eyes, folks. You need to move the smoke screen, get it out of the way so you can see clearly. Because that flag back there, that represents America. You understand that? America, Americans, us. It doesn't just represent the elites or the Hollywood actors and actresses and producers and shit, directors. It don't just represent them and give them the American dream. It gives all of us the American dream. You understand that? And what they're trying to do now is saying, oh, well, now the flag's racist. Now we have nothing to come together and bind together under, or band together under, excuse me. You know, because, oh, we can't bond under a racist flag. It's ridiculous, folks. It's really getting ridiculous. And the sad thing is the Hollywood elitists and the politicians who are kowtowing to China anyway. You know, look at John Cena. He went on TV, on YouTube, look it up. John Cena speaks perfect Chinese and asks for forgiveness and apologizes to the Chinese people because he said Taiwan was its own country. That's it. That's all he said. And they wanted to shut his whole career down. They wouldn't show Fast and Furious 9 or nothing. I mean, just because he said Taiwan was his own country. But yet our country, Biden and all them, are kowtowing to him. Look, Iran, what are they, the mullah, whatever the hell they're called over there in Iran. He's saying, well, the U.S. is going to end its tyrannical sanctions against us. Well, wait a minute, Iran. Okay, you guys funded mass terrorism all across the United States, of course, and all across Europe, and all across the world. Yeah, that country. Remember them? You know, the ones that were having people suicide themselves, kind of like Hillary Clinton. You know, he's like the Iranian Hillary Clinton. But they were suicide. They got suicide bombers that are blowing up subways and all kinds of shit. Yeah, they're the ones who funded them, folks. So, of course, they're going to have sanctions. Exactly what they should have. Why would we release those from them? They're still terrorists. It ain't like they changed their mind. You know, today we're Christian. Nope. You're still terrorists. Look, folks, we can't do that, okay? We're allowing the southern border open. Look, this nation is coming to its destruction. Do you understand that? Everybody's so damn happy with having these little piss poor little scraps from the table of the White House that they forget we got constitutional rights. And those folks right there, we can get them out of office by voting them out. Why do you think they're so big on these voter laws now? Huh? Because they don't want to get voted out, because they're going to get voted out for what they've been doing. That's why they're big on these voter laws. And while they're big on allowing all these illegal immigrants across our borders, those are votes. 2 million are in the United States right now. That's 2 million votes, folks. They got kids too. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, you know, you got to look at that. You know, people need to quit really sitting there being fucking morons. You know, I know everybody wants to kowtow and say, you know, we just want our stomachs full and we don't care about this, or, oh, I'm not this or I'm not that or whatever. But the fact of it is, you're being fucking duped. You're a fucking American. You're not black. You're not white. You're not Asian. You're not motherfucking Mexican. You're American. You understand? American first, period. So if you want to come over here and be anything other than American, well then, what the fuck are you here for? Them are just questions I have, folks. But this is what's going on. Our nation is coming to destruction. And it's all because of all this occurring. You know, you think socialism works? Look at Cuba. Look what just happened to Cuba. And you notice the media isn't reporting on all the protests going on over there and saying how terrible socialism is. You know, no, you don't hear nothing about it. You didn't hear about, I guarantee you didn't hear about the Johnson & Johnson vaccine having some massive side effects. You didn't hear that either, did you? No, but you believe the news. Come on, man, they're not reporting it to you. You know, it's because it didn't get reported to you, doesn't mean it didn't fucking happen. Anyway, that's what I'm saying. So you can do this. You know, you can continue on living your life with the blinders and, you know, bow on your knees, because that's what you're going to do. Ain't that what they've been doing in the sports arenas and all that? Bowing on their knees to these liberals. Yeah, that's what they've been doing. So, you know, it ain't a protest, folks. They're bowing saying, hey, you know what? I'm going to serve you, master. Well, guess what? I'd rather die on my feet than serve on my knees. And anybody out there that's been in the military, police force, firemen, any of that, Coast Guard, I don't give a shit, Boy Scouts. If you're going to kneel on your freaking knees and bow to these tyrannical edicts coming out of Washington, shame on you. Shame on you. You ain't no motherfucking patriot. You're not a veteran to me, and you're not to be respected as law enforcement. I don't give a fuck if you're a fireman. I don't give a fuck if you were a Boy Scout. You are not a man. You are not a human. If you are going to bow to some tyrannical bullshit being fed through the media into your brains and just believe everything. That's what I got to say about it. And you know what? They'd sit there, the media, dogs on people like Ron DeSantis and all them. These folks stand for freedom. Freedom. Not Cuomo, not de Blasio, not freaking what's his face down here in San Francisco, Gavin Newsom. We call him the Governor. Not Nancy Pelosi or Adam Schiff. None of those people, not Biden, not Kamala or Kamala, whatever she calls herself this week. Harris, none of those folks care about you. They care about lining their pockets and making themselves powerful. For them to be the 1% elite, because they didn't come from it. So they want to be it real bad, folks. Tony Doles told you, folks, either stand for the flag or kneel like a bitch. It's all up to you. I'm an American. I stand, and I'll die on my feet defending that. Tony Doles told you. Don't forget, Tony Doles told you. American flag. You guys have a good day. Fight tyranny.